What is good? I mean, what is really good, my people? It is UK. Trot brother, dr.blick, the darkest man around, and I'm here with Mr. Tekken. Say hello to the people, Vengefulwilberg.
What is going on, guys, and thanks for having me yet again. It's always an honor and a privilege just to be here hanging with my boy Dr. Blick. Thanks for having me, my dude.
No problem. It's always great to have you on the channel. It's been a while since I've talked about Dragon Ball FighterZ, and one of the main reasons is with this topic I was kind of iffy whether I wanted to do this, but I was like, you know what, why not? And today's topic is going to be talking about how important the offline mode is for the casual audience of Dragon Ball FighterZ. So I'm going to let Venge start off, give his overall thoughts. So yeah, Venge, just take it away.
Okay, I got a good idea on what to say here when it comes to the casual crowd, and this is a very important fact. I'm gonna have to piggyback off of Tekken 7. And the reason why I say this is because one of the reasons why Tekken 7 has been a very successful venture for Harada-san was the simple fact that his vision, or the thing, his goal, was to ensure that when he makes the game that it also appeases the casual crowd, like the inclusion of character customization, providing a plethora of features that people can enjoy offline. Having those type of features is the thing that are going to make the casual crowd always look into your game. And like casual people, that's like getting a whole new group of people in. So you're adding on to the number of people that you already have, such as like the hardcore fans. And so they bring in more casual people. The casual people that are enjoying it, they're going to talk about it, and it's like this domino effect. And it just adds on to, you know, nothing but games. And so that's very important for Dragon Ball FighterZ. They have to have some kind of, like, a decent amount of content for the casual crowd. Now I feel as though if they were to incorporate like their previous story modes, like when I look at BlazBlue, I felt like BlazBlue had one of the most engaging stories when it comes to fighting games, because for one, even though they're using a lot of still pictures and everything like that, there's a lot of interesting dialogue. You know, the characters are clean, the music is enjoyable, it fits the mood of every moment, and you know, they did a very good job with their series. But now that we're talking about Dragon Ball, this is a completely different venture, and it's going to be hard to determine what direction they're really going to go. But I feel like if they want to ensure that they grab the casual crowd, they have to incorporate a variety of things that would keep them interested. And I feel like story mode is one of those things that they're gonna have to make work somehow. Take what they're good at and take the resources available, like the Dragon Ball material, and somehow make that part of their traditional structure in terms of story. I feel like it would be really cool, especially if they include something like Dragon Ball gag reels. I feel like that would be freaking great. So I'm gonna end it there.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you're saying. When it comes to casuals, what people need to understand is when you mix casuals and hardcore fans together, you get a lot of success. Like when it comes to stuff like boxing, casuals and hardcore fans equals sales and success. You got that with various sports and various communities, whether you're talking about anime, whether you're talking about sports. When you blend casuals and hardcore fans together, it's instant success. Some people that are hardcore may not be fond of the casuals because of the way casuals look at things, but when you bring a casual audience to something, that's what makes it successful. That's what makes it really good. That's what makes it stand out. And one of the things that people need to keep in mind with the way they could potentially shape up this game could also turn casuals into hardcore fighting game fans if it does give you the right in-depth tutorials that which we expect it to have. And what I mean by that is having in-depth tutorials would help the casuals learn the game, learn all the stuff they need to learn, and also learn some in-depth things to the point that all they need to do is just keep playing, and after they do that, they'll be able to build up the skill and actually be able to improve on what they've already learned. And that's a great thing. And one of the things that I got put out there that will appeal to the casuals is the fact that we all know day one, when it comes to any game that has Bandai slapped on it, the servers are a bit iffy. The servers are a bit iffy day one. So having offline modes is something that is needed, because not only hardcore fans will be able to be doing training mode, practicing combos, but when it comes to the casuals, they'll be able to play the offline features. If they do a freaking Street Fighter 5 and literally bring out the game with virtually no content, there's going to be a lot of people complaining. And when it comes to casuals, there's more casuals than hardcore. Like, there's always more casuals when it comes to something like Dragon Ball. There's always more casuals than hardcore, especially if you're talking about a Dragon Ball fighting game that could potentially be, or should I say, that is going to Evo, like, should I say. So you gotta be able to appeal to the casuals, which I feel they will do, and also appeal to the hardcore fans. Like, Tekken did a good job of that. I mean, Justice did that as well. There's multiple reasons, because at the end of the day, you want the game to sell. So you can have the hardcore elements, but if they give the in-depth tutorials and people are willing to get good at the game, willing to learn, then there's no problem, because it's right there in front of you to learn. Like, it's like being trapped in KFC asking for chicken when chicken is just all around you. Like, it's all right in front of you. So when it comes down to that, there's a platform to learn, and there's also a platform to go, okay, I'll play the offline features, and then when it comes to online, I'll just play against my friends, yada yada yada. You have all that stuff right there in front of you. So yeah, that's all I gotta say on that point. You got anything else to add, Venge?
Yeah, I kind of like want to piggyback off what you were saying about Street Fighter 5, because this was a huge thing. This was a huge issue with Street Fighter 5, and one of like Street Fighter 5's major shortcomings, especially in terms of sales, was the fact that they decided to try to appease more of the hardcore gamer, and they wanted to get this game out as soon as possible, especially since the primary focus when it comes to Street Fighter and their fans is to literally quote unquote get good. So as far as a lot of the online content, they're willing to wait for that, and that's what blew up in their face, like especially when it comes to getting profit from more of the casual base. That didn't happen because of that fact. Now when I look at Street Fighter, I mean like Dragon Ball Fighters, I feel like they're not going to go that route, because for one, I mean, this is a totally different game, and I'm sure that this game is going to kind of like be a little bit more casual friendly, I would assume. And then on top of that, this isn't the type of game where they desperately want it to be at Evo, but it's definitely the game that's going to be there. So I feel like they're not going to pull that thing like they did with Street Fighter 5. I'm not saying that FighterZ is not a competitive game or anything like that, but it's the kind of game where it's going to be featured at Evo, but they're not going to rush to get this game out. Especially if Bandai Namco literally wants to make bank off this game. And I'm talking about, it seemed like they already have the you know, the FGC's community, you know, on board with this, but they also want to make sure that their casual people is willing to give this more of a chance. And so by them going the Street Fighter 5 route, that would be too destructive. I mean, it would be stupid on their part if they were to do that. So I feel like they're not going to do it, or at least I hope they're not. Like, cause they're the ones that's gonna tell Arc System Works, hey, we want this game out as soon as possible, or we want this game to come out when it is ready. They're the ones that's going to call the shots. They're the ones that's going to tell Arc System Works what they want done. Now, as far as the servers is concerned, I don't think this game is going to be running under Bandai Namco servers. And more than likely, since this is an Arc System Works kind of game, I feel like if anything, Arc System Works is going to have a little bit more control over that. So I don't feel like online connectivity issues is going to be a problem. If anything, it's like what you've mentioned before, like people will have to put in a little more work when it comes to this game if they want to enjoy it to its fullest, and also just have fun with the casual modes. Use those modes as a breather, a break, if you want to get away from the intensity of online, because online can be intense. Every time online is added to a game, there's always going to be that intense mode where you're going to either feel the burn, feel the rage, or just get happy because you made some gains. But then when it comes to playing in that environment, you have to be willing to take the losses and try to learn from them instead of just abandoning the game because you're taking too many L's all at once. So that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything that you said. And like when it comes to this game, like you said, it could build up rage and people could have their blood burning. Because the thing about offline, the thing about offline and online is the pace is different. The pace on offline is so slow compared to offline. So you getting thrown in there, it's gonna take a while for you to adjust to the pace of the battle, because battles are gonna be fast, it's gonna be intense, especially when you have two good people going against each other. That's where you see the game at its full speed. So it all depends. So my advice is, going into this game, just relax, take it as it is, and just feel your way into the game. There's no rush to be Evo level. There's no rush to be, there's no problem being a casual level, just to have fun with the game. And there'll be features for both the casual audience and the fighting game community, because like Bandai and Arc System Works are not stupid enough to freaking abandon the Dragon Ball fans, because this is Dragon Ball games. If anyone's gonna be loyal to Dragon Ball games, it's Dragon Ball fans. Fighting game fans are only there because it's a fighting game and the competitive aspect. If once another Dragon Ball game comes out and it's not competitive, they're dipped, they're gone. You won't see them again until the next fighting game that has Dragon Ball in it. So true. You guys see how it is. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Ben, you got anything else to add, or we can wrap up this video?
I think that pretty much covers just about everything. I can't think of anything else.
Okay. So guys, make sure you check out Venge's channel. Link will be in the description below. I highly recommend it. You will see Tekken, you will see some Nintendo stuff. You won't see any other stuff anywhere else, especially like compared to what other people are doing. So yeah, check out Venge's channel. I highly recommend it. All that stuff will be in the description below. Make sure you pop down to his streams. Are you streaming today, Venge, or nah?
Probably not. It depends on when you upload, bro.
Okay. I'm looking to get this out today. I'm looking to get this out today. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if Venge is streaming, just go out there, check it out, support him, do all that good stuff. And yeah, let me just wrap up this video. So
hold up, Blick. Can I give a quick warning just so that they understand? I'm going to tell you now, just as a fair warning, if you just happen to show up on my stream, just be aware that, like, when it comes to my streams, the environment is very different, especially in terms of encouraging more positive messages and things of that nature. So just keep that in mind. I will be watching, and I got people that are definitely down for my goal when it comes to my stream. So don't be surprised if you get banned. I'm just saying.
Bro, you got the vengeful
be nice
out there, bro. The Venge got his own personal popos out there, getting ready to ban anyone that being rude in his chat, bro. You're being rude? Huh? I ain't having this no more. But anyways, yeah, let me just wrap up this video. So please comment and subscribe. I know I say this all the time, but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, please hit like, rate, and enjoy this video. And yeah, Joey has no hairline. Bye.
Oh.